York.
Grand morning, grand rising. Grand rising. I really like that way instead of good morning. Grand rising.
Yeah, I do too, because I don't want to be in mourning the whole time.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, Grand Rising, Claire, Sharon. Yay!
Yay,
Look
everybody's
at all
coming
these
in.
beautiful people. Just
Cheers.
coming on in,
Cheers.
coming on in. Here we go. Yeah. And who are we? We are
All in
Anita
alignment.
and Cheryl, all in alignment, creating sacred spaces in your home, your heart, in your health and your harmony. And
Yeah.
Claire, I just have to say a big shout out to you and a little apology because last week after our Feng Shui Friday, Claire made some changes in her home and she sent me some pictures and she was all excited. And so I want to say kudos to you and recognize you
Yay.
for doing that. I have had a little shift in my life this week. And yeah, anyways, it's all good. Um,
So
yeah,
kudos to you, Claire. And what do we do every Friday? Well, we
what do we
get to
do?
dress up and play like we're kids. Don't you just love these? These are so cool. I would love to get the lenses out, but I'll tell you, they are stuck in here.
I love those ones. Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I don't have glasses, but I have a scarf.
you have a beautiful scarf.
And there's a story behind it, of course.
Of course there is, because we only surround ourselves with the things we love.
Stories.
Yeah, and stories. Lots and lots of stories. And our theme every week we take from the card deck. You'll see me shuffling until things fly out. Tara Catherine Collins, Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck. You know, for 3 years, and we've never had the same cards come out.
The same combination. Yeah, it's always a different combination. Yeah.
Different.
Oh,
And it's
Sandra
always,
made it back home safely. Good to
good for her.
hear.
And she's
Yes.
made it back to beautiful weather. So yay.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let's shuffle and see what's coming up today.
What comes up? What's our topic of today other than it's close to St. Patty's Day? While you're shuffling,
Yeah.
I'll tell you about my scarf. So
Sure.
my 88, almost 89-year-old mother has been to Ireland 3 times. And every time she brings me something back, obviously, because I'm probably her favorite daughter. And yeah,
as your other one's sisters pop on.
Yeah, she only has 5 daughters. And yeah, so this beautiful scarf came from Ireland and it has little shamrocks all over it. And last night, my little grandsons were over. And of course, in school, they're talking about St. Patrick's Day and the leprechaun and all of that. And I told them, I said, well, your great grandfather was Irish. He was born in Ireland. And so we had all kinds of stories to share. And then I showed them, I took this out today. So I showed them, I said, look, Grammy has, I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, a 4-leaf clover.
A real 4-leaf clover. And in fact, I have more than one. So anyways, they were thrilled with all the stories and I let them take a 4-leaf clover home. So
oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
Good morning, Ardana. Okay. What's
we
the
have cards flying out, which is really funny because you know what you were doing with your scarf, right? The motions you were making.
Oh, yeah.
So the first card that flew out was Wind Dancer.
Wind dances. Oh.
I was just chuckling because you're moving your scarf around and it came flying out like, I want to play too. The second card, the Wind Dancer is number 12, by the way.
Okay.
The second one that came out is Sound Makers.
Okay, they're close. They're related.
And interestingly, I've had this frog in my throat this morning. Yeah. And the sound makers don't necessarily need to be a physical object, but maybe it's about throat chakras today, I'm thinking.
Maybe it's about throat chakra.
And that's the number 10 card.
Okay, new beginnings. There we go.
Wait, the third card that came out is the number 1 card, animals.
Ooh.
So we have the 1 from the 12, 1 from the 10, and the ones. We have a triple 1 today in the cards. Look
A
at the
triple
ones.
one.
Yeah. So we got,
Wind dancers equal a 3.
I know, I'm not talking their totals. I'm talking in the
Oh,
cards. We
oh, whoa,
got
whoa, whoa. Gotcha. One,
three
one, one.
ones.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
I'm trying
gotcha.
to hide the others.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see it?
I see it. I see it where you're coming from. Okay.
1, 1, 1.
Okay, well, let's talk about wind dancers.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about wind dancers. So
And it
all of
is.
that is the movement of energy, the movement of chi, the energy flow and movement, period, right?
Hmm. Well,
Attracting
that yeah,
attention.
that's the feng in feng shui, right?
Exactly.
Wind, the yeah.
Wind.
And when you think about the wind, so that is the unseen energy,
Hmm.
right? So we can't see our own breath unless it's 40 below. Um,
And then we're actually seeing steam.
then it's a whole other science experiment. Stick your tongue on something cold, metal,
Or not, Lee Carroll.
or not, Lee Carroll. That's great. Um, but when we see, and I just love watching Mother Nature because the wind, right? In the spring, we're in the spring season, and so we're going to get some windy days coming up. Mother Nature just automatically does that, and she just brings this wind in to start, just to make sure that all the extra little leaves that are still hanging on the trees from the fall are going
Mhm.
to shake off because, we need them to, uh, help to nurture the soil and keep the little elements safe and all of that. And so Mother Nature just brings in this beautiful breeze or wind to kind of clean things up, to kind of, right? It's like she's that breath of fresh air and that new chi. She's just like sweeping the landscape.
She is doing a spring cleaning, is what she's doing.
Yeah, and so then there's an invitation for us to, you
Hmm.
know, get in the flow, be in sync with nature. And so if she is spring cleaning, then we too can use that wind energy, that feng, right? To have some other movement come through our house. And it
Exactly.
may be that there's something that you want to create that movement. You want to draw the attention into a certain space or room so that it invites you, right? It invites you to come on in and sit down and feel welcomed.
Hmm. I love
Hmm.
that. I wanted to read. So, for those of you that have never seen these cards, and sadly they stopped publishing them, so you can't buy them. Tara's
Hmm.
always got a write up on them, and I just want to read this bottom section.
Yep.
Just, I don't really do this very often, but I was called to. So, wind
Okay.
dancers are symbols of movement occurring from the solid base and can symbolize the abundance, creativity, or other qualities you want to unfurl and enhance in life. Always choose one that causes your spirit to soar as it
Mm.
captures the wind. Isn't that beautiful?
That is very beautiful. Well, I mean, she writes so
Oh, yeah.
eloquently,
Well,
and those
six-time
cards are, yeah,
Hay House
she's.
published author. Yeah, like Tara's been around a little bit.
Mhm.
Anyway, I really
Yeah.
appreciated that because when you were doing the movement with your scarf, which for those of you that don't know my amazing partner Anita, she is a fairy. She's forever dancing and moving her arms, and she's got that fairy goddess energy, and she's always in movement, which is fantastic because that's always shifting the energy, just even moving your hands and doing
Mm.
this wherever you're sitting right now gets your energy moving. So yay, the whole
Mm,
point to a wind
mm,
dancer,
mhm.
attracting attention, getting the energy moving.
Yeah,
And
do some spring cleaning. Just what can you go and
breathe new life into it's
yeah.
spring. Like the equinox is around the corner. It's on Tuesday, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it may or may not work for us. I haven't told this to my partner, but I thought, you know what would be fun
Mm.
is if we did a last minute spur of the moment course on Tuesday about the bagua.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. I think I like it. I think I like it.
All right. Well, anyway,
Okay,
more of
okay,
that to come. So
okay.
I'm springing that on her.
Oh, so clever with all those words.
It's so funny.
Uh,
So let's talk about sound makers, and sound
mhm,
makers kind of like wind dancers,
mhm.
attracting that chi so often. And that's why this came up and the bagua, because often we see homes that are not fully anchored. And what are two great ways that we can help anchor the energy of a space?
Oh, yes,
Sound
absolutely.
makers, wind dancers. So, um, but for some
Mm,
reason this morning, sound makers is somebody in this group today. I'm getting a really strong message. Isn't speaking their truth, and it's someone that's must be close to me because energy. Well, we're all connected,
yep.
and I think we're close to pretty much everybody in this group that's watching us live.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't speaking up about something.
Mm-hmm.
They're not speaking their truth, or they're not sure how to speak their truth.
Mm,
Maybe that's what
okay.
it is. Anyway, yeah, that's really strong. So
Okay, well,
what would you like
somebody
to
will
add to
re
that?
somebody will receive that message. Well, when I looked at the sound makers and then the third card that you pulled up, Cheryl, was animals.
Animals.
I thought, well, those two are perfect together.
Mhm.
And we actually have Arlana on here. So check out Arlana's. Actually, you know what, Arlana, if you put a link in, Arlana is an amazing animal communicator. She
Mm.
does a YouTube channel thing with animals. Amazing. So,
We need to
anyways,
talk to Arlana too about Power of an Unstoppable Woman.
yeah. Oh, yeah. So put a link in for everybody, Arlana, because animals are sound makers, right?
Yes,
They um, and we have to allow them
their
to
voice. Oh,
make. We have to allow the animals in our lives to use their voice, and when
yes.
we silence them with those bark collars and all of that, I mean, really start to. If you have a fur baby in your house, and it could be a dog, or cats don't make as much noise. However,
They're
that's
purring. They're clearing energy.
their cats are, they clear the energy with their purring. But yeah, it's funny, we never silence a cat, but yet a dog, right? We have that need to silence them. Stop barking. Well, they're only barking because somebody's, coming
In
in
their
the house, or
territory.
they're barking because somebody rang the doorbell, or I know your dog barks when the mailman comes.
Yep.
And, that's how they communicate. So we can't be silencing them. And, something else that I actually was thinking about this morning, Cheryl, was even with children, right? Children running and playing and
Mhm.
laughing, and they're little sound makers. And I know when I was a child growing up, because there was so much, blah,
Really?
uh, so
I wonder
much,
why.
so much stuff going on. As children, we were taught
To
in
be
our home,
seen and
you
not
know
heard.
what? If you're going to cry, stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about. You kids, be quiet, go outside and play, right? We were constantly being silenced because we were just expressing our natural self, right? So yeah, that kind of dropped
Yeah.
in there this morning
We
somehow.
we had a lot of children are to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's that same thing. You're still being silenced, right? Your
Silenced.
sound,
Yep.
your ability to
Yep.
express yourself. And so those kind of things we pick up in our
Mhm.
BS, in our belief system, and they express themselves and still show up in our world, 50 years later.
Right. Yeah, where we're still, I don't even want to say the word struggle, but we have the opportunity to look at why we don't speak our truth, why we don't
Mhm,
set boundaries, why we don't say what's going on for us truthfully.
mhm.
It was interesting,
And
always interesting.
when Cheryl and I do our 21-day decluttering program, when we work with our clients, we actually help them to uncover some of that BS
Hmm.
by simply looking at your possessions, your home in a new perspective.
Yes.
And when I think about, even my own home with these cards that came up today, wind dancers, sound makers, animals, I think about, you know what, let's take that time to play. Let's
Mhm.
uh, turn up the music. Let's, invite some of that, open up the window, let that fresh air flow through, you know, that feels so good. So again, what can you do in your own home today that is going to reflect some of that energy, that bring in some of that natural flow? And, again, maybe you do want to put up a wind chime.
You know, the other
Maybe,
use for a wind dancer and or a sound maker is to clear the energy. And everything you're talking
ooh.
about right now, Anita, is we've
Hmm.
had the energy, we've had the doors and windows closed here in North
Yep.
America anyway. Let's open them up. You don't have to use sage. Understand that. It's your intention behind whatever it is you're using to clear the energy in a space. Yeah, I love those. Did we ever get that link put on our website?
I did not. I'm going to. Oh,
Our lists are always growing.
oh my goodness. Yeah.
These chimes are amazing, and Anita can talk about them in a minute. But what you're just addressing, Anita, was opening that front door, opening the window, and inviting the chi in. It's the whole point to the sound makers. For anybody on here that's got a business, or Sandra, we know sells real estate. Why do you guys
Hmm.
put the sign in the yard that says for sale? To catch attention. But you know
Hmm.
what? Doing that at the front entrance, doing that by the front door, putting a greeter, welcoming in the chief for those homes that you have on sale, or not on sale, but for sale, that you're helping and working with your clients, having them dress the front door welcoming can make a huge difference if things aren't moving and shaking, right? It's that shift in energy.
Hmm.
So, did you want to talk about those chimes? Because those wind chimes, is Tara on here with us by chance?
Nope, she is
Is
not.
not.
Nope.
We have the remarkable privilege to work with an incredible alchemist out of Lloydminster.
Hmm.
And in her store there, she is one of the suppliers for these chimes, but they're very special, Anita. So you tell everybody about them.
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah, so they're made in France. They're made from a recycled plastic. Yay, love that. I've been recycling for more years than most people. And they're called Zafir chimes, and they come in um, the tones of the notes, right? So Gabda, blah, blah, blah. So it's Sala, what is that? Fala, so I don't know. I wasn't a musician, but anyways,
So
they're beautiful.
they're
They're
toned.
beautiful. They're tuned,
They're
and they're actually feng shui. They were also designed with the five elements in feng
yes.
shui. So this one is a wood element. So there's wood, earth, fire. So they're actually in alignment with the five element theory as well. So
In feng shui.
we will have a link
We
on our
quite like
website.
them. And if you're going to get a sound maker, that is an ideal one to get. And
Hmm.
again, Anita can take that, and she has taken it when she's taught classes, when she's gone to places. I don't have one of them yet. But you can use that to shift the energy in your space. So
Mhm.
maybe you're traveling, maybe you moved, maybe it's just damn stale in your house and you need to get the energy going. You don't
Mhm.
have to burn sage. You don't have to use an incense to clear the energy. Clapping your hands will get the energy moving, but that's a little harsh. Those chimes are a beautiful way and much easier on the body to get down to the corner because heavy, dense things
Mhm.
settle. So when you want to clear the energy in your space, start at the top, work your way down, and then disperse the energy at the bottom. Yay.
Mhm.
Kind of,
Yay.
it just brings back memories of spring cleaning, washing the
Mhm.
walls, down to the baseboard, and then the floors get done. Everything comes back to spring cleaning.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
and you know what? We just turned the clocks, and like you
yes,
said, we have that equinox coming, or what? No, not equinox. We have the
spring
what is?
equinox.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, the
Um,
19th.
so again, those are all opportunities to clear, cleanse the energy. And, I think another reason that the animal card came up too, Cheryl,
Mm-hmm.
is about unconditional love.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like I snuggle my
Mm.
Anita knows my dog. A few of you have been to my house and you know my dog. He's quite entertaining. But every morning we have our little routine. He gets fed. I make my water and lemon. We snuggle on the couch and he backs in and sits up and goes, "Okay, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for my massage." Because he gets back massage every morning. And when that doesn't happen, it's not that he pouts. He just lays and I hear a he's such a character. But it doesn't matter if you're gone for 5 minutes, 5 days, or 5 weeks. They're so happy to see you. They're so happy to see you when you come home.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that.
Well, and I just got a little intuitive hit too.
I can see
Um,
that.
yeah, I mean, I love how this always, works out.
Always
And
flows together. What did you get?
so you were talking about doing a pop-up um, a pop-up course,
Hmm.
and what's it called?
I think we'll just call it the Bagua.
The
Let's teach
Bagua. So
people
you've
about
heard
the
us talk
Bagua.
about the Bagua. So the Bagua is the map that we use to map the meridians of the home or the energy centers of the home. And when we use the Bagua or the treasure map, as we call it, there's 9 areas, 9 fundamental areas that are connected to our 9 fundamental areas or aspects of our own life, body,
Hmm.
mind, spirit. And the Bagua actually has, can be sectioned off into the physical, mental, and spiritual, as well as the Bagua. We can also associate a chakra
Hmm.
with the Bagua. And I just, looked at these cards again, and the wind dancers represents the crown chakra, the sound makers is the throat chakra,
Hmm.
and the animals is the heart chakra.
Oh, well, isn't that perfect?
So again, maybe for you that are watching live and or the replay, there could be some energy block in those 3 chakras today where you need to open up, expand, and by shifting and moving the energy in your home, you will also automatically shift uh, the energy in those physical, in those chakras.
Oh,
So,
I love it. I love it, Anita. I love it. Of
mhm.
course, when you get those downloads, you just got to stop and share.
Just,
Close
you
to
just,
stop and
what? Don't second guess them, just spit
no,
them out, right?
kind of like the cards get spit out. So does what we get message wise from our guides. So
Yeah.
we always talk about the numbers, and I want to address the
Mhm.
111 first, and then whatever math came up for the other number, we'll talk about it.
5.
5,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it did. Okay, so
Mhm.
let's talk about the triple one. And that
Okay.
comes from anybody coming in late. We took the numbers on the first card was 12. So you had the 1. The numbers on the second card was 10. So you had the 1. And the third card was the number 1 card. So we got 3
Mhm.
ones. And I always
Mhm.
go to my go-to book, Adrain Double
Mhm.
Digitology.
Mhm.
And very entertaining. Anyway, what does Adrain to say about the triple digit? When you add it, oh, okay. There is an instant snapshot of your thoughts. When you begin seeing 111, please, oh, please pay attention to your thoughts. They are instantly being placed into action. The universe, source, or your own guides are asking you to pay attention to your thoughts. So she said thoughts a lot already and continues. Your thoughts are your purchase order to the universe of what you choose to create in your life. In other words, your thoughts create your experience. You attract what you think about because thoughts are energy. So with 111, source is saying, hey, do you really want that in your life?
Mhm.
And if
Mhm.
not, you need to shift and clear that energy out.
Right. So then it's like that. Stop. Stop. Yeah. Pay attention.
Right? That's what that hand means to most of us when we see it go up in front of us. Stop. Okay, the cards themselves are a 5. Meaning of
Mhm.
the 5.
That's a
Balance.
catalyst. Time for change. Time for spring cleaning.
Yes, the 5 is change. Balanced and poised for movement. It's enthusiasm, an entrepreneurial spirit, or an enterprising spirit. A search for harmony and balance. A move,
Mhm.
maybe, in a totally new direction. It's also seeking
Mhm.
balance between the physical and spiritual world. Changing one's direction, changing one's energy. You just love
Mm.
that. So
I
cool.
love it. I love it. And look at that. We're perfectly on the top of the hour. Mwah.
We've learned how to stretch that time.
How about it being so magical, right? We're in the energy, and you know what? Maybe that whole energy of the St. Patty's Day and
Mhm.
the stories of the leprechaun and the pot of gold, and all of it is such playful energy.
Yes,
So wind dancers, sound makers, animals, it's all playful
playful
energy. So
energy.
we want to invite you all to play this weekend. Bring out that inner child, open the window, turn up the music, and just play.
Grab, and
Mhm.
I'm also hearing smell. So grab your favorite uplifting lime, grapefruit. Quite often the citrus fruits get us the energy moving as well. And yeah, get your energy moving this weekend.
Shake it, shake it.
Pardon me?
I said shake it, shake
And
it.
shake it, baby, shake it. I start doing that and this starts going pretty quickly. So anyway, love all aspects of your body, Cheryl.
Okay,
Okay.
well, have a great weekend, everyone. Happy St. Patty's Day. Wear some green, pinch somebody if they're not. We'll see you next Friday. And you know what? Keep an eye out because I think we're going to have a pop-up
I think we're
course,
going to have a pop-up
and it's
program.
going to be great because it's going to give you lots of insight about how to use the bagua that we always talk about in your own home. Mhm.
Hashtag replay. If you're watching on replay, let us know comments, questions. Was there anything we have to address that's in there, by the way,
No,
before we?
no
No
questions.
questions today.
Not today.
Oh, well,
Not today.
cheers, cheers,
Oh yeah, Cheers. Mm-hmm.
and we will see you either on YouTube live here or who knows wherever else we will be. Have a fabulous week, everybody.
Bye for now.